Unit 8 test. Hello, I'm Professor Judith Bradford. I'm a scientist at Stanford University in California, and I'm interested in the science of how we smell. I've been doing research into smell for about 10 years. It's a truly fascinating subject. Have you ever smelled something and felt an incredible feeling of joy, like you are being taken back to a special place? This is very common. Smells are capable of making us feel strong emotions. We make decisions and alter our behavior based on what we smell. That's probably why people who produce perfumes are so successful. Perfumes make us feel good. Advertisers and shops use smells all the time to convince us to buy products. It is believed that smells can take your mind off negative emotions like grief, sadness, and even loneliness. Smell can even make us trust certain people and not others. But we often don't realize the impact that smells have on our brains. As I've said, smells can trigger powerful memories and emotions. For me, whenever I smell fresh baking bread, I'm instantly reminded of my mum's kitchen when I was about 10. Studies have found that memories of smell are stored in the long-term memory part of our brains. And yet, when you are asked to describe a smell to someone, just as I've tried to do for you, it isn't easy, is it? We still have no idea why it's so difficult. So how do we smell? Well, inside our noses are smell receptors. These are able to recognize up to 10,000 different smells. When a smell passes through our nose, the receptors send messages to our brain. Your brain then decides what it is you're smelling. Your sense of smell helps you to recognize danger. For example, a smell of burning warns us that there is a fire. Our noses are extremely sensitive to smells that warn us of danger, and those that have more positive associations. One group of researchers released different smells into the dance floor area of a nightclub and observed what happened. The smells didn't indicate danger. They were orange, peppermint, and seawater. The clubbers danced more and reported that they had more fun when they were surrounded by these smells than when there were no scents released into the room. Our sense of smell may also help us to know the emotional state of other people. For example, we can pick up the scent of fear and apprehension from another person's body perspiration. Experiments were done with people skydiving for the first time. A sample of the skydiver's sweat was taken just before they did their skydive and while they were running on a treadmill. The sweat samples were given to others to smell, and their reactions were observed using a brain scanner. The results showed that the fear part of our brain is activated when we smell fear in the perspiration of others. Smell also affects how we taste food. Here's an amazing example. Molly Birnbaum was in a car accident which left her with no sense of smell at all. She was training to be a chef at the time, and this made the loss even more painful. She noticed that after losing her sense of smell, her world had become dull and depressing. But Molly was determined to get her sense of smell back. She started by smelling strong spices for 10 minutes every day. Eventually, some of her sense of smell came back. She noticed a strong link between her mood and smells. When she was feeling depressed, she couldn't smell. But when she felt happy, her sense of smell began to return. Molly's experience tells us that our sense of smell is one of the most important of all our senses. It helps us to interact with and understand our world. Thank you very much for listening.